delay of 5 years can cost you the crorepati tag. Let me illustrate how. If you make a monthly investment of rupees 5,000 for a period of 15 years, you will have invested the sum of 9 lakh rupees. At an annualized return of 18% per annum, this 9 lakh will have grown to 45.96 lakh. Let's look at another scenario. If you invested the same 5,000 rupees every month over a period of 20 years, you will have invested a sum of rupees 12 lakh. At an annualized return of 18% per annum, this 12 lakh would have grown to, guess what? Rupees 1.17 crore. Therefore, that extra 5 years of investment has more than doubled your final corpus. Starting a SIP in an equity mutual fund allows you to take advantage of investing in equities and also seek diversification. In addition, it minimizes the effects of investing in volatile markets. You don't even have to worry about when and where to invest or even track daily market movements, as there is a professional fund manager taking care of your investments. Systematic investing significantly reduces the risks attached to market timing. Step 1. Select a mutual fund scheme of your choice from the basket of equity schemes available with DSP BlackRock Mutual Fund. Step 2. Select the monthly investment amount. Step 3. Decide the investment period. That is to say, for how long do you wish to invest on a regular basis? We recommend that for an investor to benefit from the power of compounding, you need to select a longer time period. For example, if you are starting a SIP to build a retirement corpus, you should select a period which is equal to the number of years that are left before you retire. Step 4. Decide on the frequency. That is to say, do you wish to opt for a monthly or quarterly SIP option? We recommend a monthly option. As if the power of compounding wasn't enough, investing with the help of SIPs also offers you the additional benefit of rupee cost averaging. Simply put, you buy more units at lower prices and less units at higher prices without having to track the market every day. So how does rupee cost averaging work? This is how. The amount you invest gets converted into units depending on the net asset value of the scheme you have invested in. NAV is the market value per unit of a fund. If the NAV in the first month is rupees 20 and you have invested rupees 2,000, you will get 100 units. Similarly, in the next month, if the NAV is rupees 25, you will get 80 units. The following month, if the NAV is rupees 18, then you will get 111 units. So, after 3 months, you would have 291 units. This means that investing through SIP helped you pay a lower price per unit. On an average, you would have paid only around rupees 20.61 per unit. The units get accumulated over a period of time. You can stay invested to the time you wish and redeem your units when you exit from the scheme. The units are redeemed at the applicable NAV and you get back your money with returns. You can also opt for a systematic transfer plan. Make a lump sum investment into one of our income funds along with instructions to transfer a fixed sum on a specific date into an equity scheme of your choice. All it requires is a one-time instruction on your part, which will be followed till such a time that the lump sum investment within your income scheme has been depleted, or you have instructed us to switch your investments into another equity scheme from within our basket of schemes. You can download our SIP calculator on your mobile phone. Just SMS SIP to 922 317 9333. You can also follow us on Facebook to get regular updates on DSP BlackRock mutual funds. Thank you for spending this time with us. We hope that you've enjoyed our presentation that's helped you understand systematic investment planning a bit better. Have a great day and happy investing.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents and information carefully before investing. How convenient is it to invest in a mutual fund scheme? Investors can contact their financial advisor for necessary information and application forms. Forms can be deposited at the collection centers through the distributors who provide such services. Investors can also visit the AMC's sales office, registrars and transfer agents or investor service centers and deposit duly filled application forms. Most AMCs today also offer an online transaction platform which enables investors to complete their investment on the internet without any physical application forms. Investors should note that there are cut-off times for transacting in any mutual fund scheme, and the applicable NAV is dependent on the time at which the transaction is recorded. For example, if on January 1st you invest in DSP BlackRock Equity Fund and submit the application form before 3 p.m., which is the cut-off time for DSP BlackRock Equity Fund, the applicable NAV will be as of January 1st. If, however, this transaction is recorded after 3 p.m., the applicable NAV will be that of January 2nd. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents and information carefully before investing. What are the different types of mutual fund schemes? There are several ways to categorize mutual fund schemes.
और बेटा सेटल हो गए नई जॉब में? सैलरी आ रही है ना टाइम पर?
हाँ अंकल, देखिए ना, मैंने पहली सैलरी से ये फोन लिया था। नेक्स्ट मंथ की सैलरी से पूरा वार्डरोब चेंज, और सितंबर में ये वॉच खुद को बर्थडे गिफ्ट की थी।
और तुमने अभी तक गाड़ी नहीं ली? बैंकॉक घूमने नहीं गए?
अभी इतने पैसे बचते ही कहाँ हैं, बट अगले साल ये सब प्लान में है।
और शादी?
रिंकी के घर में तो अभी पता भी नहीं है, पर उससे पहले घर लेना पड़ेगा। रिंकी के पापा ना।
लेकिन अगर अगले साल बैंकॉक, कार, तब तक ये फोन भी पुराना हो जाएगा, फिर एक और बर्थडे, एक और गिफ्ट, और तब तक रिंकी के पापा को पता चल गया तो ना आया घर, ना हुई शादी। तो क्या घड़ी होगी, कपड़े होंगे, शायद कार भी होगी, उसमें ही तुम्हारा दोस्त तुम्हें एयरपोर्ट छोड़ देगा, तुम बैंकॉक चले जाना।
अंकल आप तो डरा रहे हो।
ना ना, बता रहा हूँ, क्योंकि तुम्हें शादी से पहले घर लेना है और इसके लिए पैसे बचाने पड़ेंगे। न सिर्फ बचाने पड़ेंगे बल्कि इन्वेस्ट करने पड़ेंगे। आज मेरे पास सीमा भी है, घर भी, कार भी, और ये घड़ी मैंने लंदन से ली थी।
अंकल 2-3 हजार बचा भी लिए तो उससे क्या घर आएगा?
2-3 हजार कम होते हैं क्या? शुरू तो करो।
बट इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
तुम शेयर्स, बॉन्ड्स, डिबेंचर्स, गोल्ड, इन सब में इन्वेस्ट करो।
अंकल इन सब के बारे में तो मुझे कुछ भी नहीं पता।
इन सब में इन्वेस्ट करने का आसान तरीका है म्यूचुअल फंड्स।
मतलब?
तुम्हारे और मेरे जैसे लोग जब म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, उस पैसे को फंड हाउस स्कीम के इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव के मुताबिक अलग अलग कंपनी के शेयर्स, बॉन्ड्स, डिबेंचर्स वगैरह वगैरह में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं।
बट अंकल ये सेफ तो है?
म्यूचुअल फंड स्कीम्स को प्रोफेशनल्स मैनेज करते हैं। इनकी कोशिश ही यही रहती है कि आपकी रिस्क कम करें और अच्छा रिटर्न दिला सकें।
तो अंकल देखा जाएगा, लगा दो दाव।
अरे हीरो, यहाँ बात मरने मारने की नहीं है, इन्वेस्टमेंट की है। तो हमेशा सोच समझ कर, और जब रिंकी के पापा को पता चलेगा ना कि तुम ये सब कर रहे हो, अरे खुद तुम्हारे घर आएंगे बात करने के लिए।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Let's check out a few of them. First of all, schemes can either be classified as open-ended schemes or close-ended schemes. What is an open-ended fund or scheme? An open-ended fund or scheme means that it's open for business on all business days. You can invest or withdraw your money on all business days. Liquidity is the key feature of open-ended schemes. And what are close-ended funds or schemes? Close-ended funds or schemes have a stipulated maturity period. Example, 3 months, 6 months, a year or more. Unlike the open-ended funds that's open for business on all business days, close-ended funds are open for purchase only during the initial launch and for redemption at specified periods of time, either immediately post-launch or later, depending on when the AMC specifies. Mutual fund schemes can be classified according to the investment objective. Such schemes may be open-ended or close-ended schemes, as described earlier. Let's take a look at some variations. Equity funds. The aim of growth funds is to provide capital appreciation over a medium to long-term period. These funds invest in equity shares of companies and therefore offer the investor the potential for growth. Such schemes invest a major amount in equities. Equity schemes are suitable for investors having a long-term outlook, seeking appreciation over a period of time. Balanced funds. The aim of balanced funds is to provide the benefits of investing in both equities as well as debt securities in the proportion indicated in their offer documents. These are appropriate for those investors who are looking for growth without taking too much risk. These funds are also affected because of fluctuations in share prices in the stock markets. However, NAVs of such funds are likely to be less volatile compared to pure equity funds. Index funds replicate the portfolio of a particular market index such as the BSE Sensex, S&P Nifty, etc. This makes tracking your investments simple and easy to understand. NAVs of such schemes would rise or fall in accordance with the rise or fall in the index, though not exactly by the same percentage due to some factors known as tracking error in technical terms. Necessary disclosures in this regard are made in the offer document of the mutual fund scheme. Income or bond funds. Income funds invest in debt securities such as bonds, corporate debentures, government securities, and money market instruments. Such funds are less risky compared to equity schemes. These funds are not affected by fluctuations in the equity markets. However, opportunities of capital appreciation are also limited in such funds. Income funds are generally preferred by individuals with a low risk profile. Money market or liquid fund. These funds are also income funds and their aim is to provide easy liquidity, preservation of capital and moderate income. These schemes invest exclusively in safer short-term instruments such as treasury bills, certificates of deposit, commercial paper and CBLO, government securities, etc. Returns on these schemes do not fluctuate much compared to other funds. These funds are appropriate for corporate and individual investors as a means to park their surplus funds for short periods of time. Gilt funds. These funds invest exclusively in government securities. Government securities have no default risk. NAVs of these schemes also fluctuate due to the change in interest rates and other economic factors, as is the case with income or debt-oriented schemes. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents and information carefully before investing.
Investment say, so builders do not have any other here and still you are giving on these. So it's only a trust and a promise between the developer and the investor. But with REIT, we are looking forward that yes, it is managed by a professional body and that is why maybe assured return thing will also go in time.
This also have appreciation in terms of property value. So you will have not just an income stream coming from it, but also what your investment is, the value will go up. Do you like that part?
In fact, as a financial advisor, I am eagerly looking forward to the launch of REITs, which I don't see happening in the near future because the tax issues still have not got addressed fully. Some of it has got addressed in the budget, but not fully. REITs actually are very attractive because of two main reasons. Globally, if 90% of the income generated by the REIT is distributed, the income is tax-free in the hands of the investors. Which is a very, very big positive reason for global development of REITs. That still is not the case in India, so that's one of the reasons why REITs may not be launched in the near future. Secondly, as Mr. Arora said, today how many of us can afford 5 crore rupee worth of houses, whereas through REIT, retail participation, I can participate in the appreciation of property with possibly 5,000, 10,000 rupees. Similar to mutual funds. I mean, how many of us can buy a highly priced share, whereas for mutual funds, you can invest 1,000 rupees and get participation in the equity market. So as a financial advisor, I would strongly advise or wait for REITs because of two reasons I mentioned. liquidity is very high, taxation and the attractive returns which it can produce, because typically commercial real estate, as Alex mentioned earlier, has a yield of maybe 8, 9, 10, 11%. That plus maybe some capital position, you can get maybe 12 to 13% return. And in terms of risk profile of the asset class, it straddles between fixed income, which is sort of risk-free, and equity, which is high-risk kind of asset class.
Any more questions?
Yeah. This is Neeraj. My question is addressed to Mr. Ram. As a wealth advisor or financial advisor, how much?
At an early age, where he requires to build an asset like a house for self-occupation, surely he needs to have a significant proportion of his wealth because of the affordability issues today towards real estate. So there will be a significant skewness of maybe 60-70% of his net worth in real estate between the years of maybe 30 to 40, 42. Until he pays off all the loans which he takes and then starts building financial assets. Whereas for a wealthy individual who has enough cash to spare, I would say around 25 to 30% is a fair number to be. He should have at least 30-40% in equities and 20-25% in fixed income. So that will be the asset-allocation for a wealthy individual who doesn't have any cash flow issues, or who's looking to earn money or grow his money or build his wealth through investments.
I have a question from Mr. He has a client because he's using technology, or I think he's selling a product which is available across the country, like mutual fund and some other wealth products. So that's why he is a client in Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai, Doha, Dubai, whatever I discussed with Ram. So he's saying he's a client in multi-city. If any real estate consultant wants to offer same type of product, not same type of product, real estate product, because in right now, like Mr. Gupta rightly mentioned, now Chandigarh is property start from 5 crore to 15 crore and above. We also seen the same type of trend in Mumbai. Per flat, per room is equal to 1 crore. So now clients can't afford, maximum client can't afford, so they're going outside of Mumbai. So what type of channel you want to use to reach across the country, and your investors, those are in Chandigarh, they can invest other cities? Or what type of credential you want in particular platform?
Nowadays, in a correction phase. So in Chandigarh, you can see with property in 2001 was only 62 lakhs rupees. So it stretched up to 2011, 9 crores. So little bit correction is there, say 15-20%. So there is big scope of investment in Chandigarh. Being a city, a planned city, and its atmosphere close to hill, close to capital of 2 states, and you can also investment in property. You can stay himself in the property and earn from the property, and earn from you can stay, you can rent out the same 1 crore, so you can earn also. So and second चीज है वो ये कि चंडीगढ़ एक ऐसा सिटी है जिसका के वर्ल्ड के ऊपर मैप में उसका चंडीगढ़ का नाम आता है। तो आप अगर कोई कंपैरिजन करेंगे, जैसे पंजाब में किसी सिटी में जाते हैं, हरियाणा में किसी सिटी में जाते हैं, तो यू कैन कंपैरिजन चंडीगढ़ इज द डिफरेंट फ्रॉम एनी सिटी लाइक इन द नॉर्दर्न सिटी, इन द नॉर्दर्न एरिया। सो चंडीगढ़ में रिटर्न में जो कमर्शियल रिटर्न है वो इतनी अच्छी है कि 6-7% यू कैन रिटर्न फॉर द कमर्शियल प्रॉपर्टी, एंड उसकी जो एप्रिसिएशन है वो इस हिसाब से है कि किसी लिमिटेड सिटी, इसमें एक्सपेंशन के लिए जगह नहीं है, जो सिटी बन गया वही है, एंड पॉपुलेशन डे बाय डे इंक्रीज हो रही है। और जो फैसिलिटीज है चंडीगढ़ की, अगर वो थोड़ा सा जैसे ट्रांसपोर्टेशन है, इसकी पॉपुलेशन है, अगर गवर्नमेंट थोड़ा सा उसको कंट्रोल करे या लोगों को कुछ ना कुछ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए जैसे बाईपास बनाए, फ्लाईओवर बने, तो मेरा ख्याल से चंडीगढ़ इज द बेस्ट सिटी टू लिव एंड टू बिजनेस। क्योंकि चंडीगढ़ में कोई भी बंदा एक दफा आ जाता है तो वो यहाँ से जाना नहीं चाहता, बिकॉज ही लाइक्स द सिटी, ही लाइक्स द एटमॉस्फेयर। तो दिस इज द बेस्ट सिटी। तो इसके जो पुराने डाटा भी हैं, या जैसे हम कोई बेस पे किसी बेस पे बात करनी हो, तो ये बेस इतने हमारे पास स्ट्रॉन्ग है कि कि जो प्रॉपर्टी की प्राइस 2000 में थी या 1990 में थी और आज उसकी एप्रिसिएशन है वो कई गुना है, 15, 20, 30, 40% तक उसकी एप्रिसिएशन हुई है। तो किसी से एक ऐसे है कि वो जैसे ना सिक्का है गोल्ड का, तो यहाँ कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट करेगा बहुत किसी का बेस्ट टाइम, इतनी करेक्शन इतनी इस टाइम हुई है, इससे मेरे ख्याल इससे और ज़्यादा रेट कम नहीं होने वाले। तो अभी जिसका बेस्ट टाइम अगर कोई करेगा तो उसको आने वाले 3-4 साल में काफ़ी अच्छी रिटर्न मिलेगी चंडीगढ़।
My question is either addressed to Mr. Wali or Mr. Gupta. If somebody is a fresh investor, is an investor, not an end user. So would you suggest him a commercial property or residential property? Anyone can answer.
देखिए दोनों में डिपेंड करता है, कमर्शियल प्रॉपर्टी और रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी में अगर तो किसने रेंट के लिए प्रॉपर्टी लेनी है कि उसको मंथली इनकम ज़्यादा चाहिए तो ही कैन इन्वेस्ट इन कमर्शियल प्रॉपर्टी, क्योंकि उसकी रिटर्न 6-7% तक आ जाती है। लेकिन अगर किसी ने लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए लेनी है, उसको मंथली इनकम नहीं चाहिए इतनी, भी लॉन्ग टर्म है, तो वो ही कैन इन्वेस्ट इन रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी।
Definitely the objective of the investment does matter, because कई बार क्या होता है कि फ्रेश इन्वेस्टर की फैमिली में एज ए यंग बॉय और यंग जेंटलमैन जो कल को उसको एक इंडिपेंडेंट हाउस की जरूरत पड़ सकती है, सो दैट इज मेड द रीजन न्यूक्लियर फैमिली हो सकती है जॉइंट फैमिली से, सो दैट इज अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ रीजन। एट द सेम टाइम वो जो उनका फैमिली के अंदर जो सर्कमस्टेंसेस ऐसे हैं कल वो उनको बिजनेस से रिलेटेड रिक्वायरमेंट आ सकती है स्पेस की, दैट इज देयर, सो दैट इज बिकॉज होता क्या है कि रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी उसके पास ऑलरेडी 3 हैं 4 हैं, तो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन हिज एग्जिस्टिंग पोर्टफोलियो। If he has a one kind of portfolio, then we can suggest him something that going forward, आज आप जॉब कर रहे हो, कल को आपका मूड बन गया, ये तो कंसल्टेंसी का बिजनेस खोल रहे हैं, whatever the field, so in that case he needs an office space or he needs a commercial property, and at the same time if he is as of now full of commercial but is lacking of residential, so we can always, there are certain areas which are developing very fast where the acquisition scope is much more, उन एरियाज में रेजिडेंशियल का रेट पहले ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा, कमर्शियल का बाद में बढ़ेगा, बिकॉज जब तक रेजिडेंशियल ऑक्यूपाई होगा फिर कमर्शियल का रेट बढ़ेगा। सो इफ द बजट इज इन दैट कैटेगरी, सो वी कैन गो फॉर द रेजिडेंशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट फर्स्ट एंड प्रोबेबली व्हेन द रेजिडेंशियल डज देन द कमर्शियल प्रॉपर्टी कैन बी गो। सो इट डिपेंड्स, इट्स नॉट ए सजेशन व्हिच वी कैन गिव टू एनी कस्टमर, इट विल डिपेंड ऑन डूइंग द फैक्ट फाइंडिंग ऑफ द कस्टमर, वी विल सिट विद द कस्टमर सीइंग his affordability, seeing his existing portfolio, on the basis of that only we can guide him. No generalized statement can be passed.
Yeah, Mr. Wali, बॉम्बे के अंदर पुरानी बिल्डिंग्स को तोड़ के एक नई बिल्डिंग बनती है और जो पुराने लोग हैं उनको एक जगह 2 रूम और उसके बाद 5 या 6 फ्लोर और बन जाते हैं, बिकॉज चंडीगढ़ इज ऑल्सो 1+2 टाइप ऑफ सिटी। यहाँ भी कोई गवर्नमेंट का या ट्रेड बॉडी की तरफ से ऐसा कोई प्लान है प्रेजेंट करने का कि चंडीगढ़ को भी रीडेवलप किया जा सकता है, बिकॉज लैंड कांट फ्लो।
चंडीगढ़ में किसी टाइम वो जब एक्ट आया था तो उसमें उन्होंने परमिशन दी थी कोई भी बंदा फ्लोर बना के फ्लोर वाइज उसको सेल कर सकता है, लेकिन वो अपार्टमेंट एक्ट किसी वजह के कारण सेव हो गया। उसके बाद वो अपार्टमेंट एक्ट से प्रॉपर्टी बिकनी या बननी बंद होगी। उसके बाद लोगों ने क्या किया कि जैसे इसकी शेयर बेसिस पे इसको बना के सेल करना शुरू कर दिया, 50% फॉर ग्राउंड फ्लोर, 30 एंड 20, आपस में एक एमओयू हो जाता है बिटवीन द पार्टी कि जिसके पास कौन सा फ्लोर है। लेकिन अगर अपार्टमेंट एक्ट आ जाएगा तो दैट इज द बेनिफिट फॉर द परचेजर, उसको क्लियरली मेंशन हो जाता है कि उसके पास ये वाला फ्लोर है, इतना कवर्ड एरिया है और उसको बैंक लोन लेने में आसानी रहती है और कोई उसमें झगड़ा पड़ने के चांसेस नहीं रहते। जैसे प्रॉपर्टी जो इसकी चंडीगढ़ में अभी अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं है या स्क्वीज हो रही है प्रॉपर्टी, तो उसके लिए अपार्टमेंट एक्ट हम तो डिमांड करते हैं कि आना चाहिए, ताकि जो लोगों का यहाँ प्रेशर बन रहा है रहने के लिए उनको एक सेफ इन्वेस्टमेंट और लीगल हैसल्स फ्री इन्वेस्टमेंट और उनको जिसमें कोई झगड़े वाली कोई चांस ना हो, तो अगर वो अपार्टमेंट एक्ट आ जाता है तो उससे काफ़ी बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे जेन्युइन बायर्स को।
Thank you all. Thank you for the discussion. I think we break for
chartered status for the real estate professional. I understand the chartered status in our country as of now is for accounts, like we are doing CAs and all. but even for purchasing, the certifications are available, like CPM. But then the charter status is not clear for the same. Could you please put a light on this?
Could you just repeat the question once?
It is like chartered status in our country as of now is like for accountancy and all. We are saying chartered accountants. And even for purchasing, we have the certifications available like CPM. But the chartered status is still not.
Gupta. Mr. Rajesh Walia and Mr. Deepak Jain.
For making our first real estate conclave 2015 a great success. Trust me, this wouldn't have been possible without the support of our key sponsors, World Trade Center, UK Group, GBP, Asutech, and our knowledge partners, American Academy of Financial Management. I, on behalf of Ifan, would like to thank everyone, and especially our sponsors, our esteemed members of the panel, for taking out time